Episode 11 is now upon us. Hey, welcome back if you're coming back. Just welcome on board if you're just joining us for the first time. I'm Kelly Jack, or the guy who games is Kelly Jack. This is the Die for Rex channel. And hey, thanks for showing up. This is How Not to Game. That's how I do it. I'm not one of those speed gamers. I'm not. If you're here for speed gaming, you're going to be mad at me. I'm not one who plays the game that way. So let's take a peek here. I do still have a problem. That guy is still stuck. He doesn't have a clue. Well, I found out why. I don't have a clue. I got a signal backwards. So we're going to go ahead and unpause the game and close out the save that I borrowed because I did have to save. Grab that signal, click it one more time to turn him the right way. Hit the speed button for a second. There he goes. He found his way. Signals are touchy. Make certain that you're checking your signals on a regular basis, that your signals are facing the right way. I should have done that. But this lets us get rid of this tunnel section now. And we're going to go ahead and do that. From here to here, total takeout. Going to go to the wrenches. Step into the down step. Step up, step down. Nope, it's gone. We're good. Turn that off. That can be turned off. Had another train try to go that way. What in the tarnation is happening here? I think they all saw it and were like, yeah, that's still away. No, it's not. We're taking that away from you. You guys don't get to use that. Like I said, my boys are all about speed, apparently, on my engineers, boys and girls. Trucks are picking and leaving skid marks again. One thing I don't like is how I've got this, doing this, but we're going to come to a ground level diamond interchange here. Get rid of the flying over. The flyover was a nice idea, but it's going to have its downside that I've got to get rid of. All right. That train's fixed on his ways. Now we just have one last set of trains to fix and to start consolidating some lines. We've got some line sections to take care of too. And we're going to do that, clean up, and get ourselves exactly what the Fixit is about, which is despaghettifying the map a little bit. And each step that we're going to take on the despaghettification is going to be one more towards happiness for us. Next thing I got to do is, after I get these line sections cleared out, think about how to get rid of a bunch of these things that we had for this crazy layout. There we go. All cleared away. Now we can do some groundwork, clean up, restore the ground back to its former pristine wonderfulness. Same over here. The X1 lets you go back to more native natural sloping. It is called the restored natural slope. And there we go. Great tool to have, great tool to have. got a double line signal there, and I'm going to take him out to prevent him from causing any problems and do that guy. So that everything's now one way, flowing the correct ways. I'm going to do this. Yep. Those were right. Didn't need him, but we're taking that one out for a moment. As we begin to get ready to drop this down, make it into a quadruple diamond for the junction. And I'm thinking that's actually where we're going to pull off the bulk of the trains for the passenger service going to the west out of Mellowfield. That will let us clean things up a lot. So, first things first, time to replace the Mellowfield knot? No. First things first is it is time to start considering one other thing that I have said needs to be done. And that thing is the relocation and creation of Cali Jack's, their 21 S&S's, headquarters and original dispatch yard being eliminated and moved. So, one of the spots where the X is now is one of the many spots I'm considering. Another spot would be back up here, bring it over to here, which wouldn't be that bad because then I'd have this as a road to take through, and it would justify keeping the tunnel rather than daylighting it. In fact, I like that idea so much. I think that is the way to go. So first things first, let's figure out how we want to do this. Road first. I want the road to not interfere as much as possible. So we're going to bring the road in. It's going to have the bus barn like there, HQ here, and then serving the depots. And the reason I say depots is I think we're going to put a tram in sometime down the road. And I think Brenton, with these cleanups, would be a good spot for us to have a tram. Now, the one problem I have is I do need to talk to this guy right there and send him back to the depot. He was using a bus station to try to load, blocking the bus. Can't have it blocking the bus. That's higher passenger, lower cost, but we lose way too much money. So dispatch him back to the center. Getting this road all the way across, connect that road and that road. Go into the bus barn. What do we have in the bus barn? No vehicles. We can destroy the old bus barn. So let's put in the new bus barn where we want it. Unfortunately, we had a vehicle come in, so we got to sell him. Close the bus barn. Get the big red X. Kaboom. Cost us $1,000. Wow. Take out that road section. We're going to leave this section of road for the folks to have. Now it's time to figure out how we want to do our dispatches. And I think just a quick dispatch right onto there. Close the road, open the rail, close the special tools so we're not sitting there. Dispatch yard does not matter. As much. And take out one section of rail. And because I kind of like it for aesthetics, we're going to pull a dirt road around behind, road forward. We're going to put corporate HQ there when we drop it in here in a few minutes. Take out a couple more sections of rail. The planks are going the right way, and it's time to start thinking about expanding the system and doing a passing siding along there. Not everything needs to be double lined right away. And we don't need to be looking at Brent Benzine's yard anymore. We've got it kind of cleaned up. In fact, we can go in here and restore some native slope in spots. So that we're starting to look a little bit better. Now we can take out rail again. Eliminate this rail line right there first. No longer need our train depot. And these two crossovers are now redundant. Much smoother, much cleaner. Time to straighten the passenger service so that he only has just a little squiggle instead of all the squiggles we've had for a while. There's that. Leaving this as a dispatch connector, but we're going to downgrade him to the slower rail. Oops, control. There we go. Put a signal midway on it. Put a signal right there so that we can dispatch out a train. Down the road, I might take and do a double. Make like a section here and maybe put corporate headquarters here. Maybe I'll do corporate headquarters right there. That sounds like a better idea. And speaking of corporate headquarters, we can afford it. Let's go ahead and do one. There's our corporate headquarters. And we generate 6 passengers. And if we look at it, show HQ. So it's not available for upgrade yet. I am going to put a bus station there. A bus station here and one about here, and here. And come into this sign. That's 21 S&S's founding lot. That little one right there. Hopefully it won't get anything built on it. If it does, well, we'll have to figure out a way to take and remove the sign. Close out everything, take a peek at everything. We're at the 15-minute mark. Again, how not to play with Cali Jack. We're still running 32 million, so while I'm spending a ton of money, we're making money. Not as much as we did before. Some of that's due to loss of such. We are, however, if we look at our maintenance fees, looks like we're running lower. Nope, higher. Should be running lower after all those tunnels came out, though. Now that is the yearly. Let's look at the monthly. Monthly, yes, we are slowly climbing up. It was 86, 85, and not too long ago it was the 91, 783, and 90. Yeah, so we are slowly but surely reducing that monthly maintenance cost. Op costs I can't change. That's just how much it costs per kilometer to move each vehicle. So with that done, now it's time to think about doing again some more land restoration for the lands we scarred early on. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Here I'm going to do it like that first, then this. May look a little weird, but same time, we've taken out that scarring. We're going to taper this a bit so that it's easier to see the tunnel until things build up along it. Take out that guy because everybody will come down to him. And then do some over here by the new station. That wonderful long line that we've got, that's really not doing much. All right, so with that, we're now going to put in a marker to mark that this is 21 S&S HQ and main dispatch. That'll let us put a tram in or a monorail. We've got plenty of space to grow this dispatch yard, and hopefully it's far enough outside of Brenton that we don't impede that community any further. In fact, I think while I'm leaving the founding lot to show that we did have it, I might move the marker over one. No, we'll leave it where it's at. So as we come up on the 20-minute mark, which is about what I like to do for the videos, I'd like to say thank you for watching. I'm Cali Jack. May your gaming be better than mine, and your day be better than mine. Do want to take and get rid of that partial horseshoe down the road. Episode 12 sounds like a good time to do that. And a few other little cleanups as I talk my way through it and see if anybody's left any comments. Hey, We're out.